Bro pulled up with that Sigma energy, dripping so hard I had to hit him with the Phantom tax on his price. No cap, that fit was giving Skibbity vibes. Then he dropped a gyat when he saw her walk by, and I was dead. Only in Ohio, man, only in Ohio. Don't understand a word? See, you need this video. Let's learn some Gen Z slangs. 8. It's a slang term used to say someone did something very well or impressively. You might also say ate and left no crumbs, meaning the person did such an amazing job that there was nothing left to criticize. For example, girl, you ate that outfit, meaning you looked so good in that outfit. Or that choreography ate and left no crumbs, meaning that choreography was so good that there was nothing left to criticize. You can use it when you want to praise someone for doing something really well. Next is basic. This one is used to describe someone whose style, interest, or choices are very common, mainstream, or unoriginal. Being basic often means liking something that are popular or predictable. For example, pumpkin spice lattes and selfies. That's so basic, meaning it's so unoriginal. Everybody does that. You can use it to describe someone or something that sticks to the most popular trend or typical trend. It does have somewhat of a negative connotation to it, so be careful when you are using it. Bougie. This one is used to describe something fancy, luxurious, or high class. It often refers to expensive things, stylish places, or someone who enjoys a glamorous lifestyle. Her birthday dinner was so bougie. They had gold flakes on the dessert, meaning it was so fancy and expensive. Use it whenever you want to talk about something that feels rich, over the top, or very stylish. Bussin'. This is used to describe something that is really good, especially food. If something is bussin', it means it tastes amazing or is very enjoyable. People also use it for things like events, outfits, or experiences that are top tier. This mac and cheese is bussin'. I could eat it every day. Meaning, the mac and cheese is so good. So, bussin' is used to describe something you love. Cap or no cap. So, the word cap means a lie or something untrue. When someone is capping, they are not telling the truth. No cap means the opposite. It's used to say something is 100% true or honest. So, cap would be a lie, but when you add no to the cap, it means honest. For example, he said he can run a mile in 3 minutes. That's cap, meaning he is lying. Second one is this is the best pizza I have ever had. No cap, meaning this is the best pizza they have ever had. Honestly. You know how we say honestly, this is the best thing that has ever happened? In Gen Z lingo, we will say, this is the best thing that have ever happened. No cap. So it's the same thing, but honestly has been replaced with no cap. So cap can be used whenever you want to say something seems like a lie or exaggeration, whereas no cap is used to show that you are being serious or truthful. Cheugy. Chuggy is used to describe someone or something that is outdated or lacking in style or originality. It's used to mock or criticize someone, so be careful when you are using it. For example, those skinny jeans are so chuggy. Everyone is wearing wide leg now. So they are saying skinny jeans are outdated. It's time to wear wide leg. So if something feels out of date or overly mainstream, you will say it's chuggy. But again, it's a negative word. It's used to mock or criticize someone or something. Dank. It's used to refer to something of high quality, excellence, or coolness. So anything that's impressive, you will say it's dank. That new album is so dank. Every track hits hard, meaning that new album is so good. Every track of the album hits hard. So, when you want to praise someone or something that's very exceptional, you will say dank. It's a positive word. Dead. This is used when something is so funny or outrageous that it kills you with laughter. So it's not literal, it just means ha 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 ha, I am dead laughing. Stop sending those memes, I am dead. Yeah, Gen Z slang can be a little complicated. Anyway, if you are liking this video so far, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and maybe share it with your boomer or millennial friends. Maybe. Delulu. Delulu is a short form for delusional. It is used to describe someone who has unrealistic beliefs. Someone who is very optimistic or has imaginative thinking, you will say they are delulu. He is being delulu thinking he can get away with that excuse, meaning he is delusional for thinking he can get away with that excuse. So delulu, delusional. Sometimes people also say delulu is the salulu, meaning being delusional is the solution. So delulu, delusional, salulu, solution. Gyat. It's another term for the butt. Yeah, your behind part. But it's also used to express excitement or admiration. Sentence is, did you see her walk by? Gyat! Meaning, she had a really nice behind. I do not want to say it, but I have to. I'm so sorry. Please stop sexualizing people. Thank you. Drip. It's used to describe someone's fashionable and stylish appearance. So if you have drip, it means that you dress well and have a strong sense of style. Did you see her outfit today? The woman's got serious drip, meaning she looks really good, really fashionable and stylish. Sigma. Sigma is basically a man who is independent, self reliant, and operates outside traditional social hierarchies. They are often termed as lone wolf and they are confident, successful, and do not need any validation. For example, he doesn't follow the crowd or seek attention. He is a true Sigma. Finna. Finna is a slang term that means going to or getting ready to. It's a contraction of the phrase fixing to, which has been used in Southern American English since the 18th century. For example, I'm finna grab some coffee before class, meaning I'm going to grab some coffee before class. You use it to express that you are about to do something or have plans to do something soon. Gas. It is used to describe something that's exceptionally cool, impressive, or exciting. It can refer to anything from music and fashion to achievements and experiences. It can also be used as a verb to gas someone up, which means to hype someone, boost their confidence. For example, your outfit is fire today. Let me gas you up real quick, meaning hype you up, boost your confidence. Second example is we have two person. So person A comes and says, I got the job I wanted. Person 2 says, that's gas. Exciting, impressive, right? So when you want to express your enthusiasm or approval about something, you will use gas. Giving me life. It is used to express that something is bringing you immense joy, excitement, or energy. So when something makes you feel happy or enthusiastic, then you say, it's giving me life. This cold coffee on this hot day, it's giving me life. Meaning it's giving you happiness, joy, excitement. Guap, it just means a large amount of money or wealth. She is stacking guap from her new freelancing gigs, meaning she is making a lot of money from her new freelancing gigs. Gucci means good, cool, or excellent. My vacation was so Gucci. Best week ever means my vacation was so good. To show your satisfaction, approval, you say Gucci. And yes, it's a brand name, but okay, it's giving. This is used to describe someone or something's look, vibe, or overall aesthetic with a positive, often ironic connotation. When you say it's giving, means you are giving strong approval or admiration for something. Your outfit, it's giving, meaning it's really, really, really good. We love it. It can also be used to define something. For example, there's a sentence, it's giving 90s fashion, meaning it's showing 90s fashion. It's giving that particular vibe. It's sending me. That is used when something is extremely funny or amusing. Just like I am dead or I can't even. That's also a slang to say the same thing. Also, please note most Gen Z do not actually laugh, they just say, I am dead. It's sending me. I can't even. And they forget the actual laughter part. So, yeah, she said, I'm not yelling while typing in all caps. It's sending me. Here, cap is not a lie, it's capital letters. So, she was saying, I'm not yelling while typing all in caps, meaning she is yelling. It's sending me. Riz. Riz is short for charisma, and it refers to someone's ability to attract or charm others, especially in a romantic or flirty way. If someone has riz, they have got game. They are smooth, confident, and know how to win people over. Do you see how he was talking to her at the party? Man's got riz, smooth as heck. Shade. It refers to a subtle, often sneering expression of contempt or disapproval towards someone. It is usually delivered in a way that isn't immediately obvious but still conveys criticism. So it's indirect criticism. He threw shade at her for her negative actions online. He indirectly criticized her for her negative actions online. So, an indirect insult, subtle criticism is shade. Guys, guys, you have to like this video because this has been so hard and it took so much effort to make it. L or W? Okay, L is for loss, meaning you got a defeat, failure, or negative outcome. W is for win, indicating success, victory, or a positive result. For example, a person announces online that they have been nominated for an award. A friend comments W exclamation mark, meaning win, success. This is like one word to say, oh my god, I'm so happy for you. Good job. Victory. Get it? Okay. Next sentence with L is he tried to flex with that weak story. Big L, meaning big loss. It was not working. So W is for achievements, victories, success, and L is for loss, failures, or setbacks. Let him cook. This means to allow someone to continue doing their thing without interference, especially when they are in the process of creating or performing something impressive. You know how you would say, let him work, let him do his thing. Now we say, let him cook. He's got this idea. Just let him cook. He will pull it off. Meaning, he's got this idea, just let him work, let's not interfere, and he is going to pull it off. Yeet! This is a versatile slang term that can function both as an exclamation and a verb. As an exclamation, it expresses excitement, enthusiasm, or approval, often in response to something impressive or surprising. As a verb, it means to throw something with great force and without caring for the thing being thrown. So we use it to show excitement. Yeet! Meaning excitement. Then we also use it to say we threw it without a care. Yeet! Threw it. So we have two sentences with both meanings. She just yeeted that snack into her mouth like it was nothing, meaning she just threw that snack into her mouth. I passed the exam! Yeet! I'm celebrating tonight. Ohio. It is used to describe something strange, absurd, or surreal. It is originated from memes that humorously exaggerate bizarre events supposedly happening in the US state of Ohio. Do not come for me, Ohio people. I did not do it. But yeah, now anything strange, absurd happens, you say only in Ohio. For example, that video of the cat driving a car, so Ohio, meaning so absurd, so strange. Anything unusually weird, strange, or chaotic can be labeled Ohio. Noob. Noob basically just means someone who is new to a particular activity, such as he kept getting lost in the game. Total noob move, meaning total unskilled, inexperienced move. Phantom tax. It refers to the playful act of taking a portion of someone else's food, especially among friends. Such as you can tell your friend, ooh, prize, time to pay the phantom tax, meaning you are going to grab their prize. Skibbity. This is a nonsensical slang term popularized by the viral YouTube series Skibidi Toilet, which is a very weird thing. There is a human headed toilet and he's dancing, a lot is happening. I too do not understand it. But the slang itself has no fixed meaning and is used flexibly to convey various emotions or reactions depending on the context. It can describe something as cool, weird, dumb, or chaotic, or just be a filler word. So instead of saying you will say skippity, skippity, skippity. Do not ask me why. I'm just the messenger, okay? Do not kill the messenger. Anyway, the example is that dance move was totally skippity, meaning it was cool. However, if the expression is a little different, like that dance move was totally skippity, meaning weird. So it depends on the context. And that's it for this video. There are some more slangs that I have skipped from this video. If you want me to make a part 2, let me know in the comments below. I did try to keep the main ones and also the most confusing ones. Let me know if you think that's true and I did my part. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the slang. I do think everyone needs to start learning them because, of course, you are going to have kids who will be speaking all these words. You might also have grandparents, and these people will eventually come to workforce as well. They are our future. And every language evolves with time. Even in our time, we might have added so many words that were confusing and weird to the older generations, but eventually they just became a part of our life. This time there are a lot more words. Like the speed at which we are evolving is crazy, but it's still a part of life. We have to accept it, learn it, be able to use it or at least understand it. And yeah, I think that's it. That was a little life lesson from yours truly. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. I will not be a YouTuber if I don't say it. And if you don't do it, then I can't make more videos. So please do it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.